All right, so we're up with the first position. So this first position you may have heard of, it's called couch stretch. Now what I'm going to show you is there's actually 4 positions that you can work up to. But in this video, I want to actually show you what the specific challenges are. So in this position, I'm in what's called first position of couch stretch. I jump to the second position. You're going to see that my one leg is right against the wall, from my foot all the way down to my knee on the ground. Regardless of the position, it's important that you don't push yourself too hard. You need to be able to breathe. Here's third position. You need to be able to breathe and not feel like your leg is going to rip off. Okay, you can see that I'm braced here and I'm trying not to arch my low back. I'm going to show you from another angle as well. So again, this is couch stretch position number 1, and this is the first challenge of the 3. So this is called number 1. This is going to be pretty easy for most of you guys to get into. This is not necessarily the challenge. This is position 2, which takes quite a bit more mobility. It's going to be quite a bit more of a stretch on your, in this case, the right leg, specifically around your hip and your quad. And you can see I'm just getting my balance a little bit more, and then I come up into position 3. Now this is the test. My right glute is right against my right heel, and my right leg is right against the wall. If you want an added challenge, this is position 4. Arms in full Y, thumbs can touch the wall. Give this a shot. Okay, so here is position 2, or challenge 2. This is called the wall overhead squat. Okay, so I'm going to give you 2 angles. Again, I'm going to give you this posterior view, and then I'm going to give you a side view. So what I'm doing here is quite simple from what you can see. I am keeping my arms reaching overhead, not just overhead, but I'm actually reaching up towards the letters on the wall there. And my inside of my palms, or I guess the outside of my palms, kind of the sides of my palms are staying against the wall. So palms reaching, touching the wall. I'm going to get into a deep squat. My femurs need to be just below 90 or just below parallel. So you can see from this angle, my hip is slightly deeper than my knee. Okay, and that's pretty standard. And what I'm doing here is I'm inching forward. I'm kind of testing this because this is a hard position. So the true test is going to be with your feet, one fist away from the wall. And you can see I'm actually adding in arm. That's called a trap raise with a little bit of retraction. This bottom range where I pull off the wall right there, that's actually extra. So you don't need to do that. So here I am with the actual challenge, which is what you guys are going to test. So I'm a fist away from the wall. My feet are even, and they're about hip width apart, just like when I squat. You can see I'm pulling myself down. This is pretty challenging. I lift off the wall, a touch. You don't have to do that. And then I stand up. That's all the test is. All right, final test. This is called the hinge to the floor. It's also a bit of a yoga position called forward fold. But the true test, and you can see I'm kind of warming up to this. This is a challenging position for me, is we want to see if we can keep our knee joint just about straight and then see if we can touch our palms off the ground. You can see here I barely get there. It's a little bit too much for me. What I'm doing here is I'm taking a big breath in as I'm standing, and then I'm exhaling down towards the ground. And I take a couple practice attempts. And then I exhale down as I stretch. So you'll want to be no more bent in your knees than I am. Again, this was a bit of a challenge for me for sure. You can see I go touch the toes, then I touch the floor, then I go knuckles to the ground, and then I attempt here to see if I can get my hands flat to the ground. Now, most importantly is you need to be able to hold it, and in order to hold it, you need to be able to breathe. So you can't force this. So those are the 3 test positions for the Maggins Mobility Challenge. You're going to take pictures of where you start, and then you're going to watch the following videos to check out some of the mobility protocols that I would suggest. Now, keep in mind, the more frequently you do these, the better. Some people are going to need to do things daily. Other people are only going to need to do things a couple times a week. So You're going to check in with yourself, but it's meant just to be a fun challenge. And by increasing your mobility, your overall your body is going to feel better off, especially in these three major positions. Good luck.